This video is in partnership with Flydigi. More infos at the end. So as you can see, the Vader 5S new controller is going to be released tomorrow. It's not released yet, but with the partnership with Flydigi, they sent it to me. So I'm free to test it and tell you what I think about it. So first we're gonna unbox it. As you can see, it comes with a 1 month free Xbox Game Pass with the controller. A great manual. Finally a physical manual, not only a QR code. And the long cable, 1.5 meter cable. This is an only wired controller, by the way. Mouse clicky face buttons. Membrane options and menu buttons. The D-pad is clicky as well, which feels great. Sticks feel great, and as you can see gold rings around it. This is something you can fix. You can turn to get more tension on the sticks, more or less, which is a very good extra. The bumpers feels like Xbox bumper. You have R5, L5 buttons. Analogic and digital. So you can switch to analogic triggers here. And it's a mouse click button, just like the face buttons, which feels great. And those are two back pedals. Overall, the feeling is great. You have a C and Z extra buttons on the face, which are membrane as well. So yeah, the feeling of the controller is very good overall. Feels good in the hand. It's not too big. It's more or less like an Xbox controller. This controller is made for PC and Xbox only. And only wired, as I mentioned earlier. And you have a jack plug to plug in your headset. The left button is made with, so you press the left button and the D-pad to get the volume up and down. And on the right side, you can hold and use the D-pad as well to get your microphone up and down or mute it. And here I was trying to find the software for the controller, but I tried those ones and it didn't work. The Vader 5S didn't appear. And so that's because you have to download this application on Xbox and PC. And then you can plug in your Vader 5S controller. So we can take a look at the software. You have 4 different profiles. So you can change your stick dead zone, everything. You can go from circular to square. So circular is better for car games, for example, and square is better for shooting games, action games. The triggers as well. It has rumbles in the forehand, but also in the triggers, which is really good. And you can change as well the light on the controller. The triggers has grip on it, which feels very good in the hand, by the way. And you can change the vibrations. So one downside with this software, which is pretty much common on every controller, is you cannot bind your extra buttons to keyboard, which is a shame. The only controller I found so far that you can bind your extra buttons to the keyboard is the Cyclone 2. Here, since it's made for PC and mostly Xbox, you can only bind your extra buttons to other buttons on the controller, and your extra buttons are not recognized by your PC. So this is a downside, but except for that, the software is very, very, very accurate. You can do pretty much anything you want in it. And here we're going to try the inputs. So as you can see right now, I'm using digital and switching to analog. Works fine. We can try every button, everything works fine. So right now the sticks are on circular. So we can do a test. It's gonna be like 1, 2% or 0, which is pretty much normal on circular. But if we switch to square, here we should have between 8 and 10%, which is a good ratio, and we have 9%, which is very good. The sticks feel very good. With the ring, you can change the tension on the sticks, and it feels very good. Let's see the latency. So since it's only wired, it should be around 3 milliseconds. And that's the case, 3 milliseconds. So yeah, latency is good. Now let's try the sticks in game. So I have to say, so far I'm very surprised, but a good surprise with the controller. The sticks are force flex sticks, and it feels very good. So right now it's in circular, but we're gonna switch to square once you get to another game. But yeah, very good feeling in the hand. Now we switch to square sticks with analog triggers. So on this game you have to move the sticks very fast once you get the diver in your mouse, and it's a good indicator of the sticks, which feels very good right now. Let's try FPS mode. Yeah, it feels very good. I like the feeling of the controller so far, of the sticks. Yeah, it's a very, very good feeling on the sticks. I won't say I'm surprised because I know Flydigi makes very good sticks, but I didn't expect it to be that good.
After the end of World War II,
Now let's
the world
go
was
on
split into
MGS3.
two, East and West.
We're gonna
This
try
marked
the
beginning
sticks
of the
in
era
square
called the
mode.
Cold War.
And we have analog triggers right now, and that will be a good way to try it with the quick reload. Let's see. Tiptoe, quick reload, perfect. Yeah, the aiming is good. So in this game, most of the time you have what we call Xbox acceleration, which means the sticks are overly sensitive. So since you can play with the tension of the sticks straight on the controller, it's very good. I feel like I've been using this controller on MGS3 for a long time. And it's the first time I do it. MGS3 is a good test for sticks. If you get an average controller, you see it on this game. Like first playthrough, you can feel it. Right now, it feels very, very smooth. Let's see. Stun. Okay, so I had the next test would be D-pad, and that's my biggest concern on this controller, because I'm not used to those kind of D-pads. Okay. Let's see. So the hitbox here is very, very small. Feels good. Yeah, it feels very good. I like it. I would have to do test runs. Let's go on MGS1. So we're gonna try D-pad here a little bit with the transformer skip. Yeah, it feels very good. Now let's see the real test, which is gonna be liquid. Perfect. So if your D-pad has a lot of accidental inputs, you see it on this fight. Like, I've tried so many controllers having accidental inputs on this fight, and right there it was feeling very good. Now let's try aim. That's where we're gonna test our D-pad for real on Oddworld speedrun. Because this game requires very precise input on the D-pad. There are very good controllers I have, but I cannot use on this game at all because the D-pad has a lot of accidental inputs and diagonal inputs. And right there, it feels very smooth. I'm actually very, very surprised with the controller. A very, very good surprise. I didn't expect the D-pad to be that accurate. Because most of the time I use cross D-pad, more like PlayStation D-pad I would say. And not those kind of D-pads. But it feels very good, very accurate. And what surprised me the most was that I just did a full run with the controller. I didn't want to stop because I really enjoyed the feeling of it, which doesn't happen a lot with other controllers. On all the controllers I have so far, there is only two that when I use it on this run, I enjoy it. And this one is the third one, actually. I really, really didn't expect that. I'm very, very surprised. So if you are more into Xbox layout controllers and you don't mind having a wired controllers, because I know some people prefer wired controller overall. Well, this one should be made for you, I guess. Yeah, feels very good. Oh, so there was a missing input there. I pressed up. I think we can see it. So right here, I press up, as you can see, and Abe didn't stand up. So this has more to do with getting used to the controller, but that's something to notice. The real test is going to be anyway on the slog skip with the D-pad, which requires extremely precise input on the D-pad. If your D-pad is not good for speedrun, you cannot do slog skip, or it's gonna take you like 20 minutes. But I'm pretty confident right now I'm gonna have it in like 4 or 5 tries, which is very good with the new controller I'm not used to. Okay, let's see. Slug skip. So this requires very precise input to work, because it's extremely precise. Okay, there was a missing input right there. You can see I pressed up and it didn't work. Here. Yeah. Okay, that's RNG there, I swear. Okay, should work there. Need to be very fast. Too slow. But really, I I could do runs with this controller with the D-pad, which is a big surprise. Oh, my bad. Okay, this is the one, I swear. Perfect. Yeah, it feels very good. So, as I said, if your D-pad has accidental inputs, there's no way you can do that. So, yeah, I'm very surprised with the D-pad. I didn't expect the D-pad to be that accurate. There is a few missing inputs if you press it too fast, but overall, it's a very good surprise. Overall, I really love the controller. So the only downside of the controller would be, I guess, the fact that you cannot bind extra buttons to anything else that other buttons on controller. You cannot bind it to the keyboard, for example, which is the only real downside of this controller, in my opinion. So if Flydigi at some point wants to add the option to bind your buttons to your keyboard, that would be absolutely perfect for speedrun, in my opinion. Because once you play on console, it's fine. But once you start playing on PC, if you cannot use those extra buttons, there is no point having them. Like, I have many controllers having extra buttons, but you cannot bind it to anything else that other buttons on the controller, so I don't use it. So it feels weird because you have a controller with like 4, 5, 6 extra buttons, but you never use it. You're like, okay, that's a waste. So yeah, the controller is going to be released tomorrow. As I said, this was in partnership with Flydigi. So they didn't ask me to say anything great about the controller, just my honest opinion. And to be honest, I didn't expect the D-pad to be that great, but I'm very surprised. That's a very good surprise, actually. If you consider buying a Flydigi controller, you can use the link in the description to help me with my channel. I'm gonna review more controllers in the future if you like it. That's my very first review video, so I'm just beginning. So if you don't mind the video being raw like that, I would try to improve my videos in the future on the reviews, but I went into some technical things, but overall what is the most important with the controller, in my opinion, is the feeling of it. And I can say overall the feeling is very good with the joysticks, with the D-pad, with everything. If you like clicky face button, some people might not like it, but I do personally. So I really like the controller. Anyway, if you consider buying a Flydigi controller, you can use the link in the description to help me with my channel. And I see you next time for a review of another controller. Bye bye.